Hi my lovelies, it's Dice again. Shout out to King Empire Dragon for suggesting these videos on Discord. So today's video is going to be about what is Dragon Federation. So Dragon Federation is a for-profit company bringing the experience of owning a pet dragon to you through AR and VR, so augmented reality and virtual reality systems. They are dedicated to the conservation of dragons, and so it's not really a fight 'em up type style game. It's not exactly a pet simulator either. It'll be multiplayer, with dreams of it at some point becoming an open world. So there's a few things that come with that. This isn't like Pokemon Go. It's not really like anything else on the market. It doesn't fit an RPG, doesn't fit a pet simulator, doesn't fit MMO. It's kind of hard to explain it. It is an experience. The team specifically does not like to call this a game. They don't like to imagine any of it being gamified. There is permadeath for the dragons, so you can purchase a dragon, and then if you don't care for your egg properly, it can boil itself and die. If you take your dragon into a dangerous area in virtual reality, it could die. Clearly taking a baby dragon against like a grown bear is it's not gonna last. So with that said, with this experience, what you get is a physical collectible item. It's an egg, a physical egg. It's pretty big. It weighs over 6 pounds. So it's more than a bowling ball. And then the project is still in development, so the mobile app and the VR portion have not released. In fact, the egg only released, I think it was the beginning of this year. So in 2019, there was a Kickstarter done, which was handled by a third party, so not by Dragon Federation, but the terms between sorry, I've had a cough for a while. The terms between Dragon Federation and Kickstarter were designed by a third party. Before the Kickstarter closed, Dragon Federation decided to refund everybody's money, which technically wasn't collected, because they canceled the Kickstarter, so no money was collected, because they realized that it wouldn't have helped the company continue to exist and grow, and so it would have been more of a detriment. So they canceled the Kickstarter and they moved over to Patreon. So they've had some Patreon tiers, which we just shut down. Dragon Federation just shut down. This month was the last month anybody should be charged for Patreon. And they're trying to move everything in-house onto their website through, as some members on Discord call it, Wix. Excuse me. So do you have to have VR? This is a fun topic that comes up a bit about Dragon Federation. Dragon Federation, the experience is meant to be augmented reality and virtual reality. You don't have to have a VR headset. But if you don't have one, you might not get to enjoy all the benefits that come with the experience. The mobile app currently is just an ultrasound device to care for and see your baby egg grow. You get to see it grow from a little zygote, see its little heart develop, see it go through a bunch of fetal stages, and then it's ready for hatching. I am so sorry. I probably need a drink. And then the rest of it is really meant to be in VR. Now, while the app is currently just an ultrasound device, there are plans to make the app where you can log in and be like, oh, feed my dragon. Oh, water my dragon. And hopefully at some point there will be a point where it uses Google Maps and you're able to take your dragon with you. But all of these have not been implemented into the mobile app yet, because currently the mobile app is just an ultrasound device. Augmented reality and virtual reality are very different things. And Dragon Federation has a wonderful lore around how these systems work with the experience and how they fit into the world. So the story is that dragons and humans fought, and the humans were annihilating them. And so there was a organization called the Federation of Dragons that decided to save them. So dragons split from our realm and created their own realm, which is their world. So essentially it's our world, but with no technology in it. With no cement, no glass, no technology, no phones, no mobile apps, none of that. And that these dragons have been living in peace for centuries in the realm. They've been untouched. And the creator of Dragon Federation found this device that when he hooked it up to the right component, the right technology, he was able to have an avatar enter the realm and see dragons. And part of it is that the dragons, the lore is that the dragons, they're laying eggs, but none of their eggs have hatched for a few centuries, which makes sense when you consider that they have no natural predators other than each other. And since they have very, very long, generational long lifespans, they wouldn't need to hatch offspring as often. But this is concerning to one of the species of dragons, the mountain skull. And so the mountain skull has decided to help influence events in a way that when humans came through, they intentionally led them to their nests to find these eggs, because they hope that humans can help them hatch their eggs. And that's what the team is doing. They're going into the realm. They're collecting these century-old eggs that haven't been able to hatch. And then they are being sold to community members to raise and hatch and create a bond and develop this world even further and develop the lore and all the events. And so while it's kind of sad that the project's not finished, it's also great because it means you can help us tell the story. It was always designed in a way that it was going to be heavily influenced by community input. With that said, there are limitations to what technology can do, to how advanced AI is at this time. So there have been a few suggestions that we've wondered what direction to take, because the community wants one thing, but behind the scenes that's a little more difficult than people realize. But they always take feedback. We're always happy to hear everyone's opinion. And so Dragon Federation is not a video game. It's not quite a pet simulator, but I guess that's like a multiplayer pet simulator is the closest thing it fits. But it has a far more advanced AI than your general pet simulator. There is permadeath, so if you purchase a dragon and then you don't take care of the egg, it can die. If you don't take care of your hatchling or feed it or things like that, it can die. Now, with that said, permadeath is a thing, so you can't just bring it back. It's not like a typical video game where you hit start over. But Dragon Federation wants to make it as good of an experience for everyone as they can. So one of the things is that if the egg does get into a dangerous point, the mobile app will have warnings in it. In the VR experience, if you're going somewhere dangerous, there will be big warning pop-ups that let you know that you might not be prepared for this area, and things like that. But this is a project that's been in development since 2019. It's grown, it's evolved. We have a wonderful, amazing small team of developers. The creative minds behind this are just fascinating people. And our community on Discord is wonderful. Yeah, so that's Dragon Federation. I will link, or I will put down in my comments the exact write-out we have for what is Dragon Federation. But this is my video telling of what is Dragon Federation. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.